Okay. See you later now. Man, what a year it's been. Can't believe it's finally over. Man, this year had some ups, some downs, some very downs. But 2019's gone and done, and now I can look towards the future. And what a year it's gonna be, 2020. I feel like this is gonna be a fresh start, I'll tell nobody. Why am I talking so loud? Because this year, I'm going to start my YouTube venture. This year, I'm going to set out to something that's bigger and better, hopefully. This year is going to be the start of something big. Not just for me, but for everyone. After all, it's the start of the new decade. Feels like a fresh start. So, I can feel it in my bones. I can just say it. 2020 is going to be the greatest year of all. Holy fuck.
"2020 wasn't that good." Yeah, I think we can all agree that this wasn't the best year for anybody. I mean, man, this year, it would be one thing if it was just one thing, but this year was bombarded with a lot of fucking shit. I'll be here for 10 days if I had to explain every single thing that happened this year. So, let's just sum it up with, But let's try and forget the fact that the Earth has been on fire for at least a year or more. 'Cause it's Klimbo! Ah yes, the holidays. A time of love, joy, family, and pretending this guy was born this month just to fuck with the pagans. And that's not the worst thing the Christians have done. Oh Jesus. Some people have done some serious shit in your name. So, to celebrate this magical time of the year, we're gonna move away from the man-child den and go to somewhere that best represents the holiday spirit.
Am I dead?
And we're gonna make this even more special, because today we're gonna be talking about 1974's Christmas special, The Year Without a Santa Claus, from Rankin Bass Animations, who made stuff like Santa Claus Comes to Town. Anyone remember that? Well, what about the Halloween special, Mad Monster Party? Anyone? Last Unicorn... Oh, who am I kidding? They made Rudolph and Frosty. Yeah, I'm surprised they made more than 2 movies too. You guys are in for something good, because this is one of my favorite Christmas films from the company. And I'm gonna show you guys why, while taking the piss out of it. Because you can't truly love something until you mock it to hell and back. So, without further ado...
Am I in hell?
The film starts in the North Pole, of course, where we get to see all the elves and reindeer preparing for Christmas Day, during which we get to meet up with Mrs. Claus, who decides to tell us a good old story about the year Santa Claus tried to call it quit for one Christmas. What reason, you may ask? Nothing way too major, just really he's been coming down with the flu.
"1974. This special was created in 1974. Oh dear.
So because of that, and being told that no one cares about Christmas from some random doctor over here, cause yeah, people don't care about Christmas. They really don't care. Santa decides that he's not up to going out this Christmas, so instead he calls off for the holiday. Which brings up a lot of concern all around the North Pole, because, you know, this is kind of their only gig, and leads good old Mrs. Claus to try and figure out a solution to save Christmas this year. Which includes dressing up as Santa this year, and I just gotta say it. Yeah, why not? She even sings about how she'll pull it off and deliver presents in her husband's absence, and I mean, yeah, that sounds like it would work. She's going the extra mile just to dress up. I don't think she needs to do that. I mean, shouldn't these little bastards be asleep by now? They made a song about it. I know, I've heard it too many times. I mean, go Mrs. C, she kind of kicks ass in this entire special. Like, seriously. She's just the sweetest old lady who gets shit done and will destroy anything that gets in the way of Christmas. Anything. But Mrs. Claus's cross-dressing adventure is not where the movie is heading. So instead, Mrs. C decides to send these two elves to find any smidge of Christmas spirit left on Earth. And they're...
Jingle bells. Number one elf speaking.
And jangle bells.
Will you stop that?
They're f***ing.
Okay, before we move on, let's just get this out of the way. The animation is top-notch. Rankin Bass's stop-motion animation has been one of their biggest selling points, sometimes. And damn by me, they are bringing their A-game on this one. Stuff like facial expressions, the fast and fairly smooth movement, and shots like these where the characters move during panning shots is just pure, unadulterated flexing at the time. I mean, watching this, you can see they came a long way from Rudolph, I can tell you that. But the one thing I like about the animation is that it helps make the characters and the set pieces feel alive. Like, not convince me that these are actual people, I mean, look at this guy. But the way the animation just moves just makes them feel like they're living, breathing creatures. It just shows the potential of stop animation and what you can do with it. And as time goes by, it only gets better. Hell, look at Laika. Their entire thing is stop motion animation. And it looks on par with CGI. That is impressive. But anyway, back to the plot. During their flight away from the North Pole, they accidentally get into a scuffle with the Miser brothers. Two characters which I will go into details much later, but don't worry. They are worth it. But our duo and Vixen, I almost forgot about mentioning her, manage to escape the Miser's brotherly dispute and arrive into Southtown, USA. A place where holiday cheer is almost non-existent, and where karate businessmen fall off buildings every Tuesday.
And if you get that joke, nice.
The team seems to be having a difficult time trying to find any Christmas spirit as they get chased up a tree, lost Vixen in the pound, and they get harassed by a police officer.
Riding a vixen the wrong way on a one-way street, crossing the white line, and wearing funny-looking suits on a Sunday.
Oh, non-specific time frame. Your homophobic undertones were certainly there. It also doesn't help that Santa figures out what's going on and decides to go to Southtown to fix everything up, while he still has the flu, spreading the infectious disease that holds in his body all around the United States.
This special came out 46 years ago. and somehow it's still not helping.
So Santa arrives in Southtown under the guise of Mr. Claus. Really stretching the imagination there, Santy boy. While trying to find Jingle Jangle and Vixen, he comes across a kid named Iggy, who invites him to his house. He invites a total stranger into his house. Ah, well, those were the good old days where you can just invite a strange old man into your home and neither party seems suspicious. During this questionable moment in today's society, Iggy mentions that he did meet up with the fantabulous duo, who asked him if he believed in Santa. After saying that he's too old for Santa Claus, Santa, along with Iggy's dad for some reason, laid down the whimsical, the only way this film knows how, by singing it.
I believe in Santa.
Oh yeah, I can't show you that. Thanks, YouTube. But what I can show you is this part of the song where Daddy Old Dearest has a flashback about Santa and, well...
Someone stood beside my bed with a beard of white.
Santa, no! Oh, Santa, yes! After the song, Santa then learns that Vixen's in the pound, flies off to go rescue her, which inadvertently outs himself in front of Iggy, who in turn joins up back with Jingle and Jangle in this merry little lollipop guild. AKA, Child joins the party. Grand. The three now try their hand at getting Vixen out of the pound by begging the mayor of Southtown to let her out. And he's...
Now, let me see if I got this straight.
Exactly what you expect when you tell a man that you have a flying reindeer and you work for Santa. So in order to prove that Santa actually exists, they have to do something that seems like a miracle, like making it snow in Southtown. They legitimately promise, and it causes the mayor to break out into a song like everyone else in this film. And no, I can't show you this, thank you YouTube. So now they're on a mission. They have to make a miracle by bringing snow to Southtown, which would not only bring up the Christmas cheer, but also save poor young Vixen. What is she gonna do? She gets saved by Santa just a few minutes later.
Okay, so sometimes these problems in this special tend to solve themselves out, but to be fair...
Now trying to figure out how the hell they're gonna get snow in the South, the team decides to ask Mrs. Claus for help, who figures the best way to achieve that is to go to the main man himself. Oh, but we'll get to him and his brothers soon enough, because I want to talk about something. I guess it's no surprise to tell you that, yes indeedly, this is a musical. Yeah, I'm shocked too. Singing in a Christmas movie? When does that ever happen? And the songs are... yeah, they're alright. I mean, I gotta say the songs are good. I really enjoyed the main theme, and I did like Santa's song about believing in himself while Mickey Rooney is slowly dying.
There's no question in my mind.
But I think the problem is a lot of them I can't really remember the tune. Sometimes I just have to rewatch them to remember what they sound like, and then a year later, forget what they sound like, I'll listen to them again. Like I said, not bad, pretty alright, but not very memorable.
But then there's those songs. And if you've seen this, you know who I'm talking about. That's right. I'm getting to the point where this... I don't know what I'm doing. God... We finally get to talk about what I believe is what makes this special... Buddy, we are gonna talk about the Miser Brothers.
Snow Miser and Heat Miser, two characters who only show up less than a third in this special, but leave a fucking impact. When we're first introduced to these two, we don't get something like a greeting or anything else formal. We get a goddamn musical number. For both of them! And the songs that accompany them are just bangers! I could play the songs here to prove my point, but yeah, you just gotta take my word for this one. Also, the way they present themselves is just the icing on this magnificent cake. From the brothers over-the-top hamminess to the mini-me's that bring up the chorus, seriously, what are those things? It showcased the type of characters we're gonna be dealing with, and oh boy, these are some characters. Snow Miser is the more show-offish of the two. Always quick with a sarcastic quip, but is willing to please, especially if it has anything to do with Santa. While on the other side, there's Heat Miser, whose head is on fire. Get it? 'Cause he's a hothead? Laugh, damn it! Heat Miser is a fairly stubborn guy who is easy to piss off at any given moment. So because of that, yeah, the two hate each other. Don't you love it when your two powerful deities of the seasons bicker like children? Which to me is actually another endearing point of these two. I guess it's because just seeing these two squabble is always fun and helps give them depth for their character, which all around makes them the most recognizable characters in this special. Yeah, it's safe to bet that even if you haven't heard of this special, you have heard of the Misers. Hell, they were so popular, they actually got their own spin-off special. 34 years later. Which I have not seen, nor do I want to see. Anyway, what's happening in the story is that Snow Miser can't make it snow in Southtown because it's in Heat Miser's territory. And Heat Miser won't give it up unless he gets the rights to, let's just say, the North Pole. Which ends with the two bickering and both sides not cooperating with each other. But we should also remember that Mrs. Claus is here, and Mrs. Claus doesn't f*** around. So she decides to take this matter to their mother, who happens to be Mother Nature. And after a nice tea break and electrical arm barring, the two brothers finally compromise, where Snow Miser can make it snow in Southtown for one day, and Heat Miser can make it sunny in the North Pole for the same duration, likely causing the ice caps to melt, which endangers many of the wildlife and likely has some serious side effects of the rest of the world. Oh my god, Heat Miser caused global warming!
Was it worth it, guys? Was it worth it?
So everything is taken care of. Vixen returns home, Southtown gets a snow day, which brightens their Christmas spirit. Climate change is inevitable. And Santa gets a holiday to sleep off his sickness. Hell, even kids all around the world decided to give Santa his own gifts to show their admiration to the Jolly Fat Man. And then there was this child, who decides to send a sappy Christmas card to Santa about how sad she's gonna be because Santa decides to take a few days off to recover to goddamn Blue Christmas!
Bitch!
Do you think you're smart, child? Making a sick guy feel guilty because he needs a few days off to recover? Do you have no shame? Do you have no empathy? Do you honestly believe you can manipulate others and not feel the consequences of your actions? Well, I'm sorry I can't come to work because I feel like I'm dying on the inside out, Janet!
I don't know where I went to.
But that letter gave Santa some second wind and decides to go off on Christmas to deliver toys, ending with a song proudly stating that there will be no year without a Santa Claus. While he's still ill. Passing his infection to everyone all around the world!
Maybe I should have picked a different film.
I love this special. It's Rankin Bass at their finest. The animation, the songs, all just charming and whimsical like a Christmas special needs to be. And till the end of time, the Miser Brothers will be a staple to Christmas, next to a mutated reindeer and proof God is fake. I mean, he's born with the power of magic. Wizards are real! If you haven't seen this yet, do yourself a favor and look for any copy you can find, cause I guarantee it'll be worth it for the holidays. But maybe not this year for obvious reasons.
But that's the end of this video, and the end of the year. Oh god. This was a roller coaster, and I hope whoever's been staying with me enjoyed the ride, cause I promise you it's just gonna be weird, if not weirder in the future, so sorry in advance. And I'll see you next year on the next video, which will be on something else. Until then, happy holidays, happy new year, I hope 2021 gets better, because I got a feeling, guys. I got a feeling it's going to be great.